Hey guys, welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager and part 11 of Season 2 of our Force India career in the Ice mod, and today we have the Italian Grand Prix. Yeah, we had a very disappointing episode last time out. I didn't get the Renault job, by the way. We've had a look at the sort of available jobs, and there's none currently in the Formula 1 World Championship, which is a bit rubbish. Yeah, because I'm worried that we're going to get sacked at the end of the season, unfortunately. But hopefully a good result today will go a long way to not letting that happen. So yeah, we're going for soft tyres again. I think in the race, if qualifying is good, I think we may go for a zero stopper. There's 13 laps in this Grand Prix. We'll just see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. I mean, Ocon's stats are going up, which is really good to see. So yeah, just simulate the practice once again. We'll see how we're doing. Performance-wise, it is raining, so yeah. They've put the intermediates on now. That's annoying. Looks like we've got a decent qualifying trim on medium tyres, which is good, because if we're going to go for the zero stop, that might be one of the tyres we use. But yeah, I look like 7th and 8th in practice, which is really, really good. Good job from Marcus Ericsson. What did he do? 15th? Whatever. So here's qualifying. We'll just head straight into it. Might as well do that and that. 15% performance increase. I don't know whether that's going to be quite good enough. Right, so we want to justify, what I was going to say is to justify using the medium tyres. So he's happy, he's very unhappy. Wish you could just copy Sergio's setup. Yeah. Want that. Actually, no, that's fine. Yeah. Let's just compare this a little bit. This is annoying. I reckon a bit more. Oh, what's going on? Go for that. And a little bit more that way. That seems good. Right, we'll go for that with Fernando, and let's get into qualifying. So it's definitely Sergio's turn to go out this time. Hopefully you guys are doing well, and looking forward to another episode of Motorsport Manager. I'm going to try and keep this daily for as long as possible, because I am enjoying it immensely. But Cricket Captain 2017 comes out on Thursday, so that'll move above Motorsport Manager in the pecking order. But don't worry, Motorsport Manager will be a regular thing for a little while, I would say. It's not going to rain or anything, so that's good. And we can keep an eye on Perez and Fernando Alonso on their lap. Alonso's car looks in good condition, which is good to see. It'll be interesting to see who's quickest in the first sector. Fernando come through now. He is 2/10 slower than no, he's not, he's 2/10 quicker than Sergio Perez, I should say. So that's a very good first sector from Fernando Alonso. Perez about a second off Hamilton's pace so far. Here he comes up to the line, and he does a 1:14.2. What's Hamilton going to do? He comes through now. and he does a 1:12.7. Alonso goes third, just quicker than Sergio Perez. I think there's a little bit more in Fernando's lap, because he was a lot quicker than Sergio in the first sector, so I think there's just a little bit more to come, maybe from both drivers. Maybe a bit of a setup tweak might be in order, but 7th and 8th at the moment, still Verstappen and Raikkonen to go through, so it'll probably be 9th and 10th as suspected. We'll send Fernando out first this time because he was a little bit quicker than Perez there. We are going to go for a little bit more of that. He's quite happy with the higher downforce setup. Maybe just even do that. That might make all the difference for him. So send him straight back out there. And we'll see how Perez... Oh, he likes his car. Likes his car a lot. I didn't realise that would happen. Well, they've gone out together, so maybe a bit of a tow. I mean, that's what they do in Italy anyway, so yeah, hopefully that'll be good. But yeah, Fernando's going to be in the better position, you would imagine. But they've both set up their cars absolutely perfectly for this lap, so this should be their best lap of the weekend. Really hoping for something special here. Fernando slightly slower in the first sector, Perez slightly quicker. They've both done identical first sector, so Perez still quicker in the second sector, Alonso slightly quicker overall. So Alonso comes through, he goes 8th, Perez goes 9th, so we've leapfrogged the Williams of Castroneves, which is really good. I don't think anybody else can really challenge us. We're quite a bit ahead of the likes of Kvyat and Urrutia and Hulkenberg, so I think we're all right. I think 8th and 9th is a good qualifying for us. We finished 7th and 8th in the last Grand Prix with changeable conditions. We'll see how they do from here. Hamilton dominating qualifying at the moment. Vettel down at 7th. His problem is for the championship is that he's in a Williams. He's not in one of the best cars on the grid, so that's why he's struggling a little bit. But Hamilton's gone even quicker. He's gone on pole. But 8th and 9th, very happy with that. There's a few people that come across the line. Bottas was the last man. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton on pole, Valtteri Bottas in second, Giovinazzi in third at his home Grand Prix, Verstappen in fourth, Raikkonen fifth, and Daniel Ricciardo in sixth. Vettel well off the pace in seventh, and then Alonso and Perez very evenly matched in 8th and 9th, and Castroneves is in 10th. So Hamilton on pole, very good to see for him. Right then, let's get into the race. And I think we're going to go... well, I think we might go for the zero-stop strategy with Perez. But with Alonso, we're going to just go normally. So we'll do that and that. So we'll start Alonso on the medium tyres, I guess. Or on the intermediate. Actually, they're on the intermediates apparently. The rain is going to start fairly soonish. So we'll attack from the start. There's no reason not to do that. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. 5 red lights. Lights out, away we go. Fernando Alonso off to a really good start. Let's keep an eye on him as he starts in this first lap. The rain has already started, which is really good to see. Hopefully Fernando can use his extra performance on the first lap to good use and get right up there. Castroneves has had a really good start as well, but currently we're 8th and 10th, which would probably be quite a good result actually. on reflection. Perez having a look round Castroneves. This is tight. Perez is up to 7th now. Alonso moves past 2 cars up to 6th. He's battling with Raikkonen on the first lap again. That happened last time out in Belgium. He's now having a look at Max Verstappen down the inside. Alonso off to a really, really good start here. And now he's closing in on last weekend's race winner, Valtteri Bottas, who's having a look at Daniel Ricciardo. This is intense. Alonso could be past... did Alonso... Well, somebody's crashed. Looks like Kamui Kobayashi. Perez coming up on Fernando Alonso now. We need to move these down to medium and just settle into the race now. So Perez 4th, Alonso in 5th. The zero stop strategy won't work, but if we can bring them in at the right time, then we could be on for a very, very good race. So Lewis Hamilton currently leading, Giovinazzi in 2nd, hanging on to his coattails, Bottas in 3rd, Sergio Perez currently in 4th, Fernando Alonso 5th, holding off Kimi Raikkonen, who's in 6th, Daniel Ricciardo in 7th, and Helio Castroneves is in 8th. Max Verstappen is in 9th, and championship contender Sebastian Vettel is in 10th. So let's keep an eye on Sergio Perez. He seems to be on just a little bit quicker than Fernando so far. But it'll be interesting to see how they do. I am going to just attack the tyres because, yeah, in the next couple of laps they're going to be coming in, so they might as well push until the pit stops, just to make the most out of these tyres. So yeah, the rain has stopped, and yeah, not this lap, but maybe next lap we'll come in and put them on to the hard tyres and take them to the end of the Grand Prix. So, are we going to bring them in this lap? I think we're going to bring in Fernando this lap and bring in Perez next lap, just to cover both bases. His parts are looking as good as you can probably hope for at this stage. So Alonso's going to go onto the hard tyres. So we'll go on to neutral now. Yeah. And then we'll keep an eye on Perez going into the next lap. So Alonso coming in now. Keep an eye on Alonso on the right hand side there. Stop was good and he's away. And he's going to be straight out there. I was going to say we can't refuel. Do we put Perez on the medium tyres? Because we get the 15% performance increase. He's going to have to fix his engine, unfortunately. But that should be fine. So we'll bring him in at the end of this lap. I feel like Alonso can probably push his tyres. He's in 13th and in clear air, which is really, really good. So hopefully Alonso's going to have a good race for once. Perez coming into the pits now. He's going to have to fix his engine, so he's not going to quite finish in 4th today, but still hopefully manage to finish well. Alonso all the way up to 3rd, a very good time on his pit stop. He's only just behind Giovinazzi, and Bottas still hasn't pit, so Fernando Alonso is looking good for a podium right now, which would be an incredible performance from him. Sergio Perez is down in 14th place. He's battling 4 points. He should probably get some points. But yeah, Alonso up to 2nd now. Daniel Ricciardo is the one chasing him. I don't know if he'll reach him by the end of the race. Hopefully Alonso, his parts will hopefully hang on. Might have to let Ricciardo through. Shall we attack the tyres and see what that does? It is going to rain towards the end of the race though, so that could throw a spanner in the works. Don't know what Ricciardo's doing. He is pushing really hard on Fernando. And trying not to let him through. Raikkonen's coming through though for Ferrari. Alonso may just drop down a little bit, which is unfortunate for him. So Alonso down to 4th at the moment, but he is still pushing on Daniel Ricciardo. Castroneves is the next man behind in 5th place. Now then, it is going to get very wet in the next couple of laps. Do we bring Fernando in? Well, what are we going to gain by doing that? I think move his engine modes down. We're going to move him down to push on the tyres. 4th place would be a really good result. So Perez currently in 12th. Let's just ignore that for now. The rain has started. Sergio Perez, push the car a little bit more, please. How's Fernando doing? Castroneves is catching him up. Obviously we're on the hard tyres. That's why people are so much quicker. Is because we're on the hard tyres and not the soft. So maybe we made a mistake by putting them onto the hard tyres, but you know, it got him up into 4th at the end of the day. So, oh my word. They are a lot slower. His brakes have broke. Do we bring him in? Is it worth it? I mean, it is only one more lap, isn't it? Yeah, let's keep him out there. One more lap. I don't think bringing him in would be wise. Do we risk it with Perez though? Because he doesn't look like he is gonna get points at the moment. How much charge does he have? Do that. Bring in Perez. See how he does. Also in 4th. He's closing in on Daniel Ricciardo, to be fair. I don't know how, but he is. You know what? Let's do it. See if we can reach. But Fernando Alonso coming round in 4th place. Really happy for him. Perez is not going to quite manage it, I don't think. He's run out of fuel. Or is going to. Perez got himself up to 16th. But yeah. Didn't quite work out for Perez, that little strategy at the end. But Fernando Alonso finishing in 4th position. Antonio Giovinazzi, though, is the winner of the Italian Grand Prix. How amazing is that? Hamilton and Vettel both finishing outside the points, so Giovinazzi will move within 13 points of the championship lead, which is really interesting. Really interesting, in fact. So there you go, that's the strategy. And Fernando a little bit hard done by in the end, but 4th place, very good. Barring any penalties, that is where he will finish. So somebody got demoted. Lewis Hamilton, was that? No, Danny Kvyat got moved down a couple of places. That's unlucky because Perez was in 12th before the end of the Grand Prix. Maybe he could have snuck a point, but Vettel into the points, that could be crucial. He takes the championship lead now by 1 point. Ricciardo within 6. Look at the top 5, all within 14 points. Bottas has dropped back a bit. He's down 30 points down. Fernando Alonso has moved on to the... You don't have to scroll for Fernando now. He's up to 13th place. Could still get a top 10 finish by the end of the season. We're still in 9th, but we are closing in on Team Penske and Toro Rosso. and we're not too far behind Renault and McLaren either, so hopefully a few more good performances and we can move back up the grid. But much better Grand Prix for us there. Mixed results, but the right strategy call with... oh, the game's crashed? Oh no. Has it saved? That is a question. Let's open it up again. Oh, that would be really annoying. Yeah, but that was a good race, wasn't it? Fernando Alonso finishing in 4th. Reliability was an issue, but didn't quite affect us until right at the end. Motorsport Manager just isn't loading at the moment, so I'll see you guys if I get back into the game. No, we lost it, guys, unfortunately. So I'm just going to play through that Grand Prix off camera, hopefully get a similar result. Oh, how annoying that is. I'll see you at the end of the race. Well, this time, guys, it was... I'll just move this back here. This time it was Perez who finished 4th. Alonso finishing all the way down in 19th. He had some engine troubles in this race, which led to me making a late pit stop, which moved him well down the order. I shouldn't have pitted him. He would have finished 4th and Perez would have finished 5th, and that would have been a really good result. Lewis Hamilton won it this time. It's really frustrating that the game crashed. Hopefully it doesn't do it this time. And we managed to get through to the emails. I am quite nervous about it though. It does seem to be taking longer than usual. No, there we go. Fernando will definitely be very, very sad about that Grand Prix. Yeah. So Perez up to 13th in the championship. Lewis Hamilton dominating it now. Alonso still in 16th. Yeah. A bit of a frustrating episode, I think, losing that progress, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to bounce back in the next episode. He's not happy, but yeah, Alonso is very unhappy. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we've got the Singapore Grand Prix in 10 days time, so I shall see you for that in the next episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like down below if you did. Don't have to, of course, but it means a lot for me and for the channel. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.